Namaste, yogis. This is a little sequence for shoulder opening. It's devised for a dear friend of mine who is a photographer. Spends a lot of time with the shoulders rolled forwards and lifting a bit of weight. So it's to relieve the shoulders, and also the sequence is specialized in that it's not overarching the spine. So it's designed for a little bit of spinal kyphosis. So if the body type tends to have the belly popping outwards and the bum backwards, this is going to help to negate that action as well and strengthen up the core a little bit. So it's about a 15-minute sequence which you can do, and you can build up over time. You can take longer breaths. We're just going to start in some CTV. Just taking a few breaths to ground down through the feet, lift the knees, get a little bit of activation through the body. Then inhaling with the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Little bend in the knees to start out with. Back and straighten over time. Inhaling, look forward. And then exhale, roll down. Let the spine just roll a vertebrae at a time. Keep the feet connected down strongly to the ground and just stack the spine vertebrae at a time as you inhale all the way up. Inhale the arms up, bring the hands down, all fingers point into the shoulders and just taking some backwards rotations. Inhaling, lifting, exhaling, coming down. Again, keeping that alignment through the ground. In Samasthiti, legs, lifting the knees, drawing the belly in. Creating a stable foundation, and then taking long arms, inhaling up and back, exhaling down, finding full range of motion. Feel any crackling away in the joints in the shoulders and the elbows. Just stretch through the fingers and let all that stuff in the joints release. And after one exhale, just interlace the fingers behind the back. You can point through the index fingers. And then inhale, reach the heart up to the sky, just a micro back bend. But with the aim of strengthening the belly by lifting the chest. Don't dump into the back. Keep the neck long and relaxed. This is about 25% effort. Just really easy to start out with. So now we've got that length in the front of the body. Just going to ground down through the feet, lift the knees, exhale, and just take a forward fold with the arms down behind. So not trying to get really deep in this, just finding your natural flexibility. Let the head hang, find some softness and rest. Feel the weight of the arms as they start to just release the shoulders with gravity. A gentle grip of the hands will help to keep the shoulders and arms relaxed. Every inhale lengthens the spine, lets the head hang a little more. And every exhale just keeps that support in the legs. So then taking a little bend in the knees if you need, but always pressing down into the toes. With an inhale, reach the heart forwards. Coming back up to standing. And resting the arms down to the side. Just feeling that release work its way into the shoulders. Feeling that relaxation. Let the palms fall, just whichever way you feel comfortable. And then reaching up to the center. Exhale, bring the arms back behind you into reverse namaste, as close as they will go. If this option isn't available and you just have a fingertip press, that's okay. Just work with the fingers and eventually the hands come together. Otherwise, you can take a grip on the elbows if it feels a bit more comfortable. It might be a bit deeper though. You can just grip the hands, or even just make two fists and press the hands towards each other. With this little bit of pressure in the hands, you can then start to open up the shoulders. We're just going to step the right foot back. And looking forwards with firmly grounded feet. Keep both legs straight, both knees lifted. And just bring the chest forwards as much as you can with a straight spine. Gently pressing the hands back behind you. Taking the left hip back, the right hip forwards. On every exhale, lengthening the spine. Grounded down firmly through the feet, just finding where you can get straightness in the legs and relaxation in that left hamstring, but also opening up the chest forwards past the chin. Keep the neck long, in line with the spine as much as you can. And then inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold forwards, bending into the front knee. Take the right leg back a little more. And then raise the left hand up. Twisted lunge. Keep straightening that right leg with every deep breath. Reaching up and spreading the shoulders. Hold for 3 to 5 breaths. You can build this up over time if you like. And then you can keep on the toe of the back leg. It's going to be a bit more balanced challenge for the next pose. You can ground down with that heel as well. There's even an option to bring the right knee down completely. I'm going to demonstrate this version, taking the hands again behind the back and pointing through the index finger. Taking the humble warrior pose. And just reaching through the fingertips to find a little bit more release through the shoulders. Again, taking for 3 to 5 breaths. On the inhale, bringing the hands down, look forward. And on the exhale, straightening that leg. Inhale, coming up. Strong legs to support the core up. And then pivoting both heels forwards. On the exhale, taking the hands to the hips. Inhaling, lifting the heart. Strong in the core, feel the stretch in the belly. And on the exhale, coming down into Padasana. Letting the hands fall once the body's parallel with the ground. Inhaling, looking forwards to get that length in the spine. And then exhaling, bringing the head down as much as comfortable, pressing the toes down, finding length in the back of the legs. Every inhale, letting the lungs fill up and lengthen through the front of the body. And exhales, finding just a little bit of effort in the toes so we can relax through the hamstrings. After a few breaths here, take the hands back behind once more. For Padasana C. Again, just making sure that the hips are coming towards being directly over the toes. So this kind of extra balance that we've got with the arms, taking us forwards, is going to help us to release through the low back. It's going to help us relax through the shoulders. On an inhale, place the hands on the hips, look forwards. Take an exhale here. Press down into the hands to lengthen the spine. See if you can do this with the relaxed shoulders. Inhaling, coming up. And then bending, twisting the right foot out to the side. Inhale the arms up. Bending the knees, coming down into this press up lunge position on the other side. Again, taking your option. Can be knees down, can be a bit more balance on the toes. You can leave the heel down. And then we're going to take with the heel up first. Right hand up to the sky. Taking Parabhatasana, twisted lunge. You can come up onto the fingertips of the left hand. Inhaling, reaching up. Keep that length in the arm as you exhale. Come down. And again, just finding your feet position. You're going to place the heel down now. Taking a grip behind for this humble warrior, pointing fingers. Visualizing this line between the fingers and the left toes. See if you can tuck the right side of the body into the inner seam of that right leg. Don't worry about getting really far into flexibility. Just go as far into flexibility as you can find the edge of comfort and discomfort. And then just breathe into that to observe what the comfort level is. To find comfort in areas where there was previously discomfort. We don't do that by going right to the edge and beyond, but by exploring the edge, by being present and patient. Inhaling, looking forwards, and then just taking the left foot a little closer to the right. And then we can find our grip with the arms, whether it's reversing namaste here, or whether it's taking the elbows, or using that fist variation. Inhaling, finding some length in the spine, and exhaling, straightness in the legs. Always moving the heart forwards on an inhale. And just exploring depth on the exhale. Opening the shoulders with the inhales, moving the hands closer together. And on the exhale, making the hips go more in line. So now the right hip is coming back, the left hip is coming forwards. On an exhale, just placing the hands down, bending into that front knee. And then coming down onto the knees. Taking child's pose for a moment. Take the hands forwards. You can come onto the fingertips if you want to get deep into a shoulder stretch here for some release. And a Hattanasana. Hands are at shoulder width distance apart. And the hips are above the knees. And then sink the heart towards the ground. Forehead can rest. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can take the forehead to the side as well. And inhaling, looking forward to the chin. Bring the forehead down once more, using the elbows down into the mat. And slowly and carefully bringing the hands underneath the shoulders to find a bit of a tabletop position. You can leave the hands out front if you feel confident to, and then inhale, raise the right hand. Exhale, bring the hand through the gap underneath the left arm. Find straightness here, and then just using this twist as a bit of a shoulder opener as well, as we reach underneath. Inhaling, reaching, opening the chest, and then exhaling, pulling the hips back in line so that they're over the knees. Inhale to come back up, reach up. Open the shoulders, and then exhale, placing the right hand down. Inhale, lifting up the left hand. Exhale, long arm comes through. And again, just using the breaths for movement of the hips back over the knees, making sure we can keep them aligned as much as possible so that we get maximum stretch through the sides of the body and deeper into this twist. Inhale all the way, and then exhale, placing the hand underneath the shoulders, just Just lowering down the elbows by the sides, placing the hands down to prepare for Shavasana. With the toes, chin is down, hands underneath the body, just down towards the ground like you're hitting a volleyball, little fingers touch. From which to take one leg, inhale right leg up, relax through the left side, so we're strengthening into the lower back now. Exhale, down, inhale left leg. Be long through the left toes. Slowly release down. Take the arms to the shoulders, either side. And then placing the left hand out to the side. Just going to bring the right foot over. And then start to press into the right hand. Press into the right foot and really get some deep release through that left shoulder. If you can ground down comfortably and get stable through the right foot, and inhale, take the right hand back. Just to demonstrate this. Inhale up and over. And then exhaling, the right hand can come towards the left on the ground. Doesn't matter if the hands don't close. Better that you feel the stretching and opening in both shoulders. And then exhale, come back. Stretching through both sides. And then inhale, lift up the left hand, left foot. Come on over to the other side. Using the hand down option to get a little bit deeper into that right shoulder if we need. Into a prone position, and then just taking one cobra. Really light in the hands. So onto the fingertips. Rolling the shoulders down and back, pressing into the big toes. Keeping long through the front of the body, not pinching into the lower back, noticing if there's discomfort there, and just coming out of depth a little bit. Using hand support to just explore the edge, but making sure we're keeping the lower back active and working. You can roll here, inhaling, opening the chest. Exhale, roll down. And then just bending the knees, taking a grip on the outside of the feet. And we move into bow pose. We do 2 rounds. So the first round is really light, really easy. Inhale, find a bit of a lift in the knees. Use that kicking action in the feet to open up the shoulders just a little bit, maybe 50% or less effort. 3 deep breaths. Just using gentle effort to feel the tissues release. And then slowly come down. Take the head to the side, just relax. Reverse Shavasana. And then inhale, taking the second version. Feel your weight come onto the upper belly, just where the ribcage and the abdominal muscles meet. And then start to get just a little bit more effort, moving beyond 50%. As we start to kick into the legs, take them a little higher. Make sure the back is comfortable with your level of effort. Maybe it'll crack a little bit if you've got enough supple relaxation going on there. You should start to feel the shoulders really release deeply now. The thighs will be working as the knees draw gently towards one another. Slowly release down with control. Let the knees come down first before letting go of the hands. Take the head to the side for a rest. And then slowly roll yourself over onto your back. Bring both knees in on an inhale. Take a grip across the knees, whether it's gripping onto the hands, wrists, forearms, or elbows. And then from here, just build in a bit of strength now as we finish. Pulling the shoulders down towards the mat. So we're activating into the lower lats and the back. Let the chin and neck relax. Let the finger grip be easy wherever it is. Feel compression in the thighs and the abdominal muscles as you compress and squeeze into the lower belly. But let a little bit of effort come through the shoulders as they move down to the mat on the exhales. Take the knees down, arms out to either side, big stretch. And then lift the feet, just take a little bit of a twist either side on the exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Keep the shoulders grounded as you make this action. And then taking both legs long, turn the palms up towards the sky, let the chest be open. Try to take the top of the shoulders down into the mat as much as possible before relaxing down. And as you let the chest fall slowly down after this lifting action, you find that the chin is slightly tucked, but we have this openness in the chest that remains. We can allow that for our Shavasana. And just let go. Let go of the fingers, toes, any effort. Just let everything curl in and relax. Take your Shavasana for 10 to 20 breaths, or however long you need without getting so comfortable you fall asleep. So take all those breaths you need. Enjoy your work. Keep relaxed in your shoulders always.